Hello everyone, welcome to Fableheim and Tiger Update 1.1 for Age of Wonders 4. I don't always cover these little interim patches, but this is the first patch following the release of Ways of War, and is the product of your feedback in the open beta. So to everyone who participated and provided their feedback, thank you. This is also the patch that we'll be doing my next playthrough on with Shalasa, the Elemental Dragon of Water from Heroes of Might and Magic. So I figured I might as well familiarize myself with the changes that have come since the release of Ways of War. I'll leave a link in the description to the Steam post for this. I'm on the Paradox forum because that's just where I wound up lingering in the Discord. Lurking. Watching. Honored Godia, the Dragon of Prosperity has graced our armies. Upon the battlefields of war, we have received their blessings as the true paragons. For Tiger Update 1.1, we are pushing the fixes and changes made during the Tiger Beta to the live branch. The hero rework has been a massive undertaking, and we want to thank everyone that reported issues and provided feedback during the Tiger Beta. Even though the Tiger Beta is now over, we have read your feedback and are working out our plans to address the key elements. There is a lot for us to do, and you will certainly hear more from us before the end of the year. For now, I hope you all enjoy the Tiger 1.1 update, the Steam free weekend later tonight, and may your Pantheons thrive. The base game Age of Wonders 4 is free to play on Steam right now, and there's also sales for all the stuff if you are interested in trying the game out or picking it up now that there is a sale. Now, just to repeat their warnings, the feedback from the beta, they digested it all, they took it all down, but they were only able to really change numerical values for this patch, and some other things that were easy to tweak. Text itself takes a long time because it has to be translated and then localized and whatever. So I expect we'll be seeing Tiger Update 1.2 and probably Tiger Update 1.3 later on. I believe the Mystic patch had 3 updates, so that feels about right. So we'll see. But let's see how things have changed immediately. In general, the Tropical Realm has been re-added to the base game. We wanted to make the trait more interesting, so we added elements to it that are tied to the Ways of War. We have changed the setup, but unfortunately, if you do not have Ways of War, some of that trait will not work as described within the Realm trait. So the Tropical Realm was added to the Ways of War tag, and because it was... I don't really know how to explain this. Basically, it used to require Ways of War, and now it doesn't, but only some features will work if you do have the Ways of War DLC. I think it's a good thing that the Realm type is in the base game. The less they have, veiled behind DLC, I think the better for the game overall. Increase the color intensity settings of some weapon enchantments, fire, lightning, to increase visibility in combat, which is hilarious because they spent a lot of time reducing the particle effects for everything. Now they had to raise it just a little bit because I guess it was a little confusing. In combat, this is actually a really big change. Changed on-target killed effects to no longer apply when the target killed is a non-vital unit. This effect includes all of this. So what does this mean? A lot of these skills did something when something died. So we'll take the first one, Shadow Transformation, raise the zombies. When you killed something, is this with the dragon? When you killed something, it came back as a zombie. But now if you do that, and it is a non-vital unit, which I believe are like the combat summons and the tokens and the combat summons, then the effect will not trigger. This also affects death magic, which is a huge nerf in the Shadow Tree. You get +10 casting points if something dies. Now you don't if it was a combat summon. Which is... okay. Oh, the power from Slaughter too? That poor boy. Indomitable. That's fine. Blood Fury. Okay. This isn't too bad. I mean, this isn't that big of a nerf. It is a nerf, don't get it twisted, but it's not that big of a nerf. Usually I try to avoid non-vital units anyway, unless I can't, so... Ascended Sorcerer no longer blocks other abilities that try to unlock a second spell per turn. This is an Ascension skill that is basically overchannel. I didn't know that it had problems with other stuff, but okay. Heroes. I imagine this is where most of the changes lie. For ambitions, Heroic Leadership moved the unlock to Renown level 2. This reduces the total morale gained from the trait from 20 to 15. Oh, okay. So this is, I'm assuming just for all ambitions. Every ambition level gives you +5 morale for your army. So it looks like you have to at least reach Renown level 2 now to get this started. Whereas before, you got +5 at the very beginning. This makes sense. Also probably needed. It was really super easy to just be full cheerful all the time. Especially if you had the cheerful trait. Changed Prospector Ambition to Hero only. Lol. This is the one that is about having money income. Probably because it's way too easy on your capital city. Prospector Artisan Equipment. Increase your upkeep from +2 gold to +10 gold. Huh? Oh, I see. I remember what this is now. This is when you complete their major ambition, everything in the army gets like 10% damage and 1 defense and 1 resistance or something. And now, and it used to just have a +2 gold cost. Now it's a +10 gold cost. Wow. So your army is +50 more gold. That could be pretty devastating if you get this early on. But I mean, the bonus is insane, so probably a worthy trade-off. Gaudir Origins. The Mortal Champion's Decisive Command changed from a once per battle to a 2-turn cooldown. Good. Is this the double refresh? This is one of the command upgrades, and I'm pretty sure it's the one that does 2. Okay. The Wizard King's Quicken Ritual changed from once per battle to a 2-turn cooldown. Exceptional. Dragon Lords. Here we go. Dragon Claws are now restricted by hero classes. That makes sense. Order Materium Dragons now start with Armored Claws. Redid the priorities on the Dragon Visual Modularity. Okay. Re-added the Magic Type to Dragon Breath. Yes! So it can be modified again. Oh, I'm so happy about this change. I was so sad in the Blint playthrough when I saw that my boy, the Witch Beast, didn't have magical Giga Comet Breath. Good change, though. Elder of Insert Affinity. Reduced defense and resistance on Elder skills from 2 to 1. Probably needed. The dragons level so well now that I don't think that this didn't need to be 2. I get why. Totally not because Thomas just loves dragons. But, good change. Hero classes. For Mage, adjust skill positions to clearly reflect what unlocks what. Okay. For the Ritualist, adjust skill positions to clearly reflect what unlocks what. For the Mage, I could see it being a little confusing because their left side has a whole bunch of, like, intertwining stuff. But for the Ritualist? Really? Raise Undead changed from once per battle to a 3-turn cooldown. Ooh. Necromancer buff. Not a big one, but still. Warrior Sweeping Charge no longer is affected by extra damage modifiers. That's fine. This is the one that's, like, in the middle. Right underneath, the Swift Second Breath thing. I didn't pick it up, but it's there. The Item Forge. So I'm going to have to apologize ahead of time. I am not a walking encyclopedia, despite what my memory of everything up here was saying. I believe these values are nerfs, but let's go through them and we'll see. So a whole bunch of the items in the Item Forge had their base damage and their scaling damage changed. So the crossbow is now 26 base damage with +4 per item tier. I think this is a slight nerf. The sword and crossbow, the melee strike is 12 base damage +2 per item tier, and the shoot crossbow is 22 base damage +4 per item tier. Again, I think that's also a slight nerf. As well with the rebalanced pistol and sword. The sword is 12 base damage +2 per item tier, and the fire magelock is 20 base damage +4 per item tier. Remember, the magelock pistol does have a breach or pierce, one of the two. They're similar. So it makes sense that it has less base damage. I think the reason they had to change these is because the ranger class had a whole bunch of its skills basically made up from scratch. So I wouldn't be surprised if during testing they're like, now that you can actually get skills for these items, they're a little too strong. But again, I'm not entirely sure. That's just what I'm guessing. On that same note, rebalanced Dragon Claws, War Claws, and Armored Claws. The Dragon Claws, this is the basic one, 16 base damage +2 per item tier. I want to say the scaling is reduced. War Claws, this is the shock weapon, 23 base damage +3 per item tier. And then Armored Claws, this is the sword and shield basically, 12 base damage +2 per item tier. The scaling on these is reduced compared to other items because they're kind of kind of cracked. Well, I suppose this is in line with this sword, but Dragon Claws can now gain retaliation damage infusions. Really? War Claws can now gain push and displace infusions. Good. We have a War Breed on a Dragon Stick. Nice. Rings can no longer gain the Zeal infusion. This is a fun little mechanic people did that I didn't use it, but you could use this to like cheese out Zeal bonus damage on condemned stuff. Rings can no longer gain the killing momentum infusion. No! My dream ends. Well, there goes my dream of the Mage Lock. Is there any way that I can get killing momentum on a Mage Lock? I think there's still like a pre-built item that has killing momentum on it, but it's super duper rare. And if I play with the mod, it becomes even more rare. Well, shucks. One of my favorite things to do, once they changed how the Mage Locks work, I did this in the Anubis playthrough. You could have a high-level hero with just a bunch of accuracy, and then you could use take aim, fire a shot, and because you had so much bonus accuracy, even though you had like 60% base accuracy with the basic fire, it was so good. Rip. Wands reduce infusion point cost to fix over 50% of them summoning spiders. What? Reduce infusion point. Oh, okay, I see. So they reduced the infusion point cost because a bunch of them were summoning spiders. Fair. Heal, reduce infusion point cost from 2 to 1. Ooh. Conjure Animal, reduce infusion point cost from 3 to 1. And Animate Flora, reduce infusion point cost from 3 to 2. Heal is now 1. That could be very good. More out-of-sync issues have been fixed. I feel like this is going to be in every single patch notes that they have ever made. Probably until the end of time. Out-of-sync has plagued Age of Wonders 4 for its entire existence, really. But it's slow. They're slowly, it's like whack-a-mole. You hit one, another one pops up. You hit one, 3 of them pop up. And, just good luck. So fixes. When it comes to fixes, I usually don't read them, but I did encounter a few bugs, and I know about quite a few of them, so we'll see if I recognize any of these. And also, it's important to know what, is working. So, in general, there were a few crashes when generating a new hero selection, when loading an old combat save with a dead hero, that's specific, when generating a map while having a Pantheon hero with a removed or inaccessible hero skill. This was a huge problem. Due to a missing relation between factions. Fixed texture streaming artifacts in the Item Forge, Empire Development, and hero skill trees. Nice. Fixed endgame saves sometimes not being created. I think I encountered this. Added a safeguard for a crash that could occur on exiting the game. Fixed a crash that could occur when loading old saves due to units reordering while activated. Fixed blue smoke coming from character eyes. Did I see that? I can't remember. Fixed animation issues that could occur between units when an escape passive and a first strike. Oh. That's funny. This is an art, so. Spikes from Umbral Flesh would remain visible if returning to before the society trait choice. Defeated rulers were missing bodies. Fair enough. Forged Thesis would turn arms into sticks. Lol. I wish I saw that one. That's hilarious. Mounted heroes with the sword and crossbow weapon did not perform an animation when using Twin Awakening. Okay. Demonkin wings would clip through insectoid torso. Like the base of them? Wings would be static during certain animations performed with Asistus. The Reaper was no longer in the icon frame. The red army color was not applied to weapons. The Dark Knight had their chest piece covering their face. Is Naga transformed Ascended Rulers? Oh yeah, this is hilarious. The rotational issues with the Naga transformed Ascended Rulers. I saw this with Kasasek. And basically, the lower body didn't move at all, but from like the waist up, it would rotate to like turn. And so you were just like on the top of the character is like on a spinning dial. Super growth not being visible in the front end of Ascended Rulers. And the orb at PFX being alive in the defeated screen. Okay, combat. Here's good. Fix an issue where a unit could get stuck after resurrection because it no longer tracked whether it had movement enhancing abilities. Huh. It gets stuck after resurrection. I wonder if this is what happened to the Empress in the Blint playthrough. Because after she slipped away, she kind of just did nothing. Fixed that a unit could become unkillable if they slipped away and were damaged simultaneously. Thankfully, that didn't happen. That would have been so annoying. Fix an issue where trades were not getting validated correctly. Okay. Diplomacy. Re-added Nikareth. Huh. And the front end faction selection. This reminds me of, Narek. Oh, the Dark Elves from EverQuest. Oh, my heart. I was going to say I missed that game, but I really don't. It's just good memories, you know? I miss the idea of it, but not the truth. For heroes, fix an issue where recruitable heroes were changed every turn. Oh yeah, Blitten had this. I didn't mind though, I thought that was fun. Fix an issue where heroes with Initiate of Affinity were not able to select their additionally available signature skills. Haven't encountered that. Removed hero skills being picked up by... Oh, fixed removed hero skills being picked up by AI rulers and heroes. Got it. I don't think I encountered any of those, but maybe we did. Fix an issue where captured routed targets did not count for the Fearmonger ambition. And fix an issue where the Conqueror ambition would not trigger if the stack was not on the center hex. Is that what happened? Jing the Poisonmonger had Conqueror, I'm pretty sure. And I would lead him to attack the free cities, but he never got it. That makes so much sense. Good change. Gauzier Origins. Fix an issue where Ascended Mortal Champions could not get command. Oh, that's a good fix. An issue where Primal Rulers did not receive the Mire Crocodile Disease immunity. That is incredibly specific. But also affects Kasessic, so good change. Fix an issue where Defensive Swipe would not put the Dragon Lord in defensive mode after use. Good. I don't think I ever actually got this because I felt like I was unkillable. No, it was... I didn't want to tail swipe because I wanted to charge. That's what it was. Fix an issue where unable to pick a level 8 signature skills if you had a higher level dormant skill. Oh, this is very specific. This would have been for, would it be just dragons? But even then, they weren't... The Witch Beast and Smaug didn't have a dormant skill. I know that Eldritch Sovereigns have dormant skills, but they don't get signature skills anyway, so... Interesting. Fix an issue where triggering the Mage Displacement out of turn would make them unable to act in their next turn. They did it. Fantastic. This happened in both of the Eldritch Sovereigns in my playthrough with Blint. Good job. Fix that the Inferno Hound could spawn from the Call of the Wild ability. Okay. Fix Sniper's Focus, excluding a required skill causing a glitch in certain tooltips. Fix an issue where Controlled Chaos did not work on other heroes with Controlled Chaos. Lol. That's actually kind of funny. Like, could that low-key be a feature? This is a great... I was looking for this. Because I was like, why are both of the Eldritch Sovereigns not doing anything? Like, I briefly mentioned it in one of the fights I fought against Blint with, like, 2 units. It was just Blint the Unmaker by himself. And, you know, he had all of his summons, which... That cut it close. But I charged at him, and he displaced, and then he didn't do anything. And I won. I should not have won that fight, but hey, I'll take it. So for the interface, fix a crash that could occur when hovering over hero skill tooltips that did not have an assigned hero skill group. Fix a crash that could occur when editing Ascended Rulers and Mystic Culture. I'm glad I didn't touch the Unmaker then. I didn't touch his culture, I just changed his, what did I change? Oh yeah, the lore. Fix an issue where helmet and cape customization menus did not have a slider when editing a hero in-game. Are they supposed to? Fix an issue where unit banners would not reappear on resurrected units due to hit point desync. That sounds bad. An issue where damage previews did not understand repeating dispels that consume chaos. An issue where selecting a hero in the hero overview would reset the scroll bar position. Good fix. An issue where society traits were not remembered correctly when editing a ruler. Oh, I encountered this. Good change. An issue where changing appearance of a hero and randomizing would result in a crash. This is why you never randomize. Not just because you need to meticulously control every single detail of your character, which I do, but, you know, it also means you don't crash. Fixture crash could occur when clicking on an astral echo that spawned adjacent to a city. Okay. Glad that got fixed. Fixture crash that could occur when building shield picker buttons. Shield picker buttons. Alright, I'll take your word for it. Fixture crash that could occur when editing the hero appearance. Fixture crash that could occur when exiting to menu while adjusting the hero appearance. Fixture issue where the free city panel could not be closed properly. Yeah, these occurred to other people. I heard about these ones. Glad they got fixed. Text and description. An issue where the screen name modifiers from morale effects from Vision of Death and Infernal Might were missing. Oh. Good. A string insert issue on Nature and Order Dragon Breaths. Did I see that? I don't remember. Fixing issue where Feudal Lord's descriptions still refer to the old Lord skills. Now they just have like a 20% upkeep reduction, I believe. The Feudal Lords. Fixing issue where Rally was not a countable property. Lol. The buff, I'm assuming? Oh, look, a controller fix. Fix an issue where scrolling the faction emblem. There you go, controllers. You've won. The item forge. Fix an issue where Battaliator infusions were not mutually exclusive. Oh, you get them all? Oh. I should try that. Fix an issue where the Umbral Demon Slayer infusion from the Umbral Bow Blueprint was marked as an active infusion. Yeah, it was. I didn't put it out, but it was there. Fix an issue where the infusions on the Slayer Sword Blueprint could be edited. That's funny. I almost used the Slayer Sword. I kind of wanted to. I thought it'd be really appropriate for Blint the Underweeb, but then I was like, you know, tactically speaking, the bow would be better. I almost used the Mage Lock too. I was like, he's a weeb. Of course he's going to bring knowledge from his other world here. But I think the bow worked out well. It was good fun. Modding. Fixture crash that could occur when opening the resource browser. Crash that could occur when linking a hero property to a culture. And fixture crash that could occur when the first culture encyclopedia contained a subculture. Oh. Okay. Fix an issue where the Pantheon recruitment cap would reset on a save load cycle. Lol. Oh, who cares about Cult of Personality? You can just have infinite things by by reloading the game infinitely. Fix an issue where reloading combat would reactivate all transformation visuals on an Ascended Ruler. That'd be funny. Fix an issue where Governor income from Ascended Forge Master was not applied. No. I don't think I even know what Forge Master does. The only Materium Ascension thing I know is the Summon a Ballista or whatever. I believe Dras Hoeth has that. For some reason, it was just given to him. Units. Fix an issue where the Flesh Abomination did not have the innate +2 defense for Umbral Demons. I was going to have a giggle here, but, you know, the Flesh Daddy needs to be as defensive as possible. He is a very basic brawler unit. So any love that he can get, I will approve of. World map. Fix an issue where router units during a water battle would drown. Did you really have to fix that one? Fix an issue where turns could hang due to non-vital units remaining in Ancient Wonders. Fix an issue where the Dragon Claw / Eldritch Relics would appear in generated reward sets. Good. Fix a crash that could occur when a faction war argument would be despawned by standing on an infestation while moving to attack an infestation defender adjacent to the infestation. Who found this? Give that person a raise. And if they're just someone who reported it, I don't know, give them a high five or something. That is incredibly specific. Well done. Well done. As mentioned, I will be linking to the Steam page. I was just on the Paradox forum because I think this is where they send you in the Discord. But these are the changes for Tiger 1.1, all things considered. Probably all good changes. Again, most of these are just things they could fix quickly. That were the most egregious that they found. And the dragons needed a nerf. So I kind of understand this one. But now I kind of want to try War Claws with Retaliation. Because the Witch Beast was doing that anyway. And now it would be pretty neat. Pretty neat. All in all, the only thing about this I'm sad about is the loss of commitment on rings. I understand why it's not there. But it makes me so sad. I had dreams. I had visions. Visions that will have to come to pass in another way. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this small patch note, still like 26 minutes. And if you want to check out the game, feel free. You can do so on the free weekend. The next series will be Shalasa, the Elemental Dragon of Water from Heroes of Might and Magic. And that will begin. I should be leading the Oath of Harmony for the Oathsworn culture. And that will begin sometime next week. I'm aiming for about the 12th. That's like a week after the Blend video. I feel like that's good. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you to the patrons and the channel members who support the channel. I greatly appreciate you. If you would like to stay on my channel, feel free to join the Discord in the description down below. And I'll see you on November 12th.